Hello and welcome back to For You, day 2 of our article about moving house. Steve and Layla are currently in the midst of packing. And they want to throw away some stuff, right?
They should, but it's a lot of work. I hate moving to a new place, packing and unpacking.
Yeah,
a lot of work.
Fun. So Layla said that there were a few things that they could probably not bring with them. What were some of those things?
Okay, ugly bookcases.
Ugly bookcase.
I think just getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also a cupboard too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought cupboards are actually useful. I would actually keep those.
Maybe it's really ugly or like
okay,
old.
She says it's not fashionable.
Yeah, maybe the paint's peeling.
Okay,
or,
okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe it's time for some new furniture. Well, in today's article, we're going to find out about Layla and Steve's moving house situation, and let's see if they can do it without any big problems. It can get expensive.
Reading.
Preparing to move to a new house? Here's what to do.
When did you say the movers are coming?
Tuesday.
Okay, that gives us 2 days to get everything ready in the new house.
Right. Let's make a list of things to do there before our stuff arrives.
We should give the house a good clean to remove any dirt.
I agree. I'll also check to see if anything needs to be repaired.
Don't forget to look at all the electrical outlets to make sure they all work.
I'll do that. Thanks for reminding me.
I think we should also change the locks on the doors. We don't know who else might have keys.
That sounds safe. We should also find out where the switches for the electricity are and how to shut the water off. Do you think we'll need to do any painting?
I don't think so. The previous owner painted not long ago, and I like the colors. Also, we don't have much time to paint before we move in.
Right. Let's clean up and check everything then.
So jumping back into the article, and Layla says, when did you say the movers are coming? And Steve says, Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So they are getting that moving company then. 然后这时候 Layla 就问了一个问题，就是可能搬家的时候都会好奇的，你之前说搬家工人哪时候会来呢？ Steve 说星期二。
Right, because yesterday they were talking about maybe...
They're not so sure how many boxes.
Yeah, and finding a company to give them a good quote, which means, you know, a cheap price.
Right?
So I guess Steve eventually found one. Back to the article, and Layla says, okay, that gives us 2 days to get everything ready in the new house. And Steve says, right. Let's make a list of things to do there before our stuff arrives. Well, Steve used the word stuff here, and actually we've used it a few times over the last 2 days. Stuff is a noun, and stuff basically just means things. But more specifically, the things that we're talking about now. Everybody should understand what I mean when I say the word stuff. And basically, anything can be stuff. When you say my stuff or our stuff, you're talking about your things, clothes, toys, electronics, whatever. Here's an example sentence. Don't go into my room and don't touch my stuff.
I know, I hate it when people touch my stuff without asking me.
My sister would do that all the time when I was younger.
好讨厌哦。OK， 好，这时候我们回到课文 ，Layla 说好，他就算一算时间，他说那就这样给我们2天，可以在新家做所有的准备哦。对啊，因为我到了新家，你还要 unpack 把东西拿出来等等。然后 Steve 就说没错，我们可以在我们东西到之前然后再做一个我们可能要在新家会做的事情的待办清单。So let's make a list of things to do, blah blah blah, before 什么什么时候，就是我们在什么时候之前做个在哪里的待办清单。OK， 我们来看一下刚刚有提到的 stuff， 其实就是 things， 物品啊，东西啊，它是一个名词。像是 There's too much stuff in my closet. I have to donate some coats.
That's a good idea. Some spring cleaning.
对。
Well, back to the article, and Layla says we should give the house a good clean to remove any dirt.
I love Layla already.
Yeah, I can see you and Layla getting along really well. It's a good idea, you know, if the apartment has been, or the house has been empty for some time, probably it's kind of dirty and dusty. You're definitely going to want to clean it before you bring your stuff inside.
Bad feng shui too.
Yeah, it's bad feng shui, bad luck. So Layla said they should remove any dirt. Dirt is a noun, and if you know the word dirty, then this word makes sense. Dirt is something like mud or soil that makes something dirty. Dirt is usually from the ground outside. Think about wet mud or dry soil. The brown stuff from the garden that makes your hands and clothes dirty. Here's an example sentence. Take your shoes off before you come in the house, or you'll bring all the dirt inside.
You're not welcome. 好啦，这里Reese 说的没有错，我觉得我可能跟 Layla 会成为好朋友诶。他说我们应该要好好的打扫房子，来把所有的灰尘去除掉。Clean， 大家有没有注意到，这里是当作单数名词使用哦。同样也有清洁打扫的意思，那它的惯用语我们会用 give something a good clean， 那有时候 good 可能会省略，就是指要仔细的打扫什么什么。那这里当然是要把所有的灰尘啊、尘垢赶快去掉。那英文我们用 dirt 这个名词，大家有没有觉得它长得很像另外一个字？没错，就是我们常常用的 dirty， 就是脏脏的那个形容词。举例来说，你知道哪里灰尘超多的吗？没错，就是电脑的后面啦，一定要赶快清除干净。There's a lot of dirt behind my computer. I need to remove it.
So back to the article, and Steve says, I agree. He means he agrees that they should clean the place. I'll also check to see if anything needs to be repaired.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, Steve 说，我同意，就是指他打扫一番哦。而且这时候他又提到一个很棒的，我们在搬家的时候可能会坏的东西，是不是也要丢掉或是修好？ I'll also check to see if anything needs to be repaired. 我也会检查看看是否有任何东西需要修理。
Yeah, when it comes to repairing things, I'm probably not so useful, but I am very good at cleaning.
Yeah.
So I can clean with Layla. Are you any good at fixing things?
没有我真的不会
Then
Sorry.
Steve will have to do it on
You
his
do
own.
it on your own, yes.
Well, Layla says, don't forget to look at all the electrical outlets to make sure they all work. Well, a few words to talk about here to do with the home and electric stuff. Electrical is something that is described as electrical, uses electricity to work. So, for example, computers are electrical, as are microwaves and ovens and TVs. They all need electricity to work. We also saw the word outlet. An outlet is a thing that you can plug electrical things into to give them power. Outlets are usually in the walls of your house and you stick the plug inside. But be careful, they can be dangerous. Don't go poking it with your fingers or, you know, putting other things inside.
You get electrocuted?
You could get electrocuted and even die. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so don't touch them. Okay. 这时候 Layla 就回说，不要忘记检查所有的electrical outlets 就是电源插座，要确保它们都可以使用哦 to make sure they all work. Look at something 这里指的是有一种检查或是查看的一个意味。举例来说 There's a strange noise coming from the front wheel. Can you send someone to look at my car? 一定要检查一下，如果车子怪怪的，千万不要就是轻忽 or you might have a car accident.Okay, so here it means to examine, to look at something. Now, outlet 就是刚刚有提到的电源插座，它是一个名词。那看看它们是不是可以 work. Work 这里不是工作，是指运作顺利。
Exactly. My bedrooms never have enough outlets, you know?
对
You're always looking for the convenient place to plug your phone charger in, right?
I know.
But it's never there. Well, back to the article, and Steve says, I'll do that. Thanks for reminding me. Well, they sound like a really happy couple. I assume they're a couple.
I think so too.
They get along really well, and they both have their own jobs to do. Steve used the word remind. Let's have a look at what that means. The word remind is used as a verb here, and it means to make somebody remember something, to help them think about something that they forgot. So if you remind somebody to lock the doors before they leave the house, that means they might have forgotten to do that, so you have helped them to remember by reminding them. Here's another example sentence. Please remind me to take out the trash later. I always forget.
OK, Layla 真的是一个很好的女朋友朋友。她说，这时候 Steve 就很开心说：“我会的，我会小心，谢谢你提醒我。” Remind 就是提醒或是使记起的意思，它是一个动词，像是 remind me to pay my bills or remind me to buy some drinks or food.
Thanks for reminding me it's my mum's birthday. I almost forgot.
Don't forget.
Well, back to the article, and Layla says, I think we should also change the locks on the doors. We don't know who else might have
I really
keys.
love Layla. She sounds like what I'm thinking.
She's super smart, super cautious.
I think about this as well.
I think this is something that some people wouldn't think to do, right?
对呀，她好聪明耶。
Yeah, you've got to change the key, change the locks. What is a lock? Well, lock, L-O-C-K, is a noun. And a lock is a device that can securely keep something closed or shut. Usually something like a door, a window, or a car, or even a box. Locks usually have a key, but some locks have other ways of opening. For example, you might need a passcode or your Face ID to open a lock on your phone. Here's an example sentence. I keep a spare key for the lock on my front door at my parents' house.
Okay, I was gonna say
Under the doormat.
对 I know, everybody knows
Bad
that.
idea.
对，我本来还想说，他不让我下次要偷偷去 Reese 家，就去那个地店偷拿。
It really is a good idea to leave a key with somebody you trust. You know, a spare key.
That's true, that's true. But somebody who doesn't live too far from you, though.
Yes, exactly.
OK, 所以呢，这时候我觉得 Layla 很聪明，我应该要加她为好友。她说，我觉得我们应该要就是换门锁，因为她可能不知道说是不是有谁可能也有钥匙，因为前一个房客 whoever was living there before 可能就有钥匙啊。所以 I think we should also change blah blah blah， 就是我觉得我们应该也要更换什么什么。这里他们更换的是 lock， 它是一个名词，就是锁，像是 There isn't a lock on my bedroom door. I'm thinking of getting one.
Definitely. You don't want people walking in
when
at
they're
any
naked.
time. Yeah. Well, back to the article, and Steve agrees. He says, that sounds safe. We should also find out where the switches for the electricity are and how to shut the water off. Do you think we'll need to do any painting? Maybe if they want to make it look nice. But before we talk about painting, let's talk about the word switch. The word switch is used as a noun here, and it's a device that turns something on and off. It can also be used as a verb. Switches are kind of like buttons. If you press the switch, it will make something have power or lose power. Lights often have switches, and so do electronic things like computers and microwaves. Here's an example sentence. The light switch in the kitchen is broken. We should call somebody to fix it.
所以 Steve 听到 Layla 要换锁的建议，他说哦对，那听起来是真的比较安全。接着他要提到说，我们应该要找出什么呢？ Switches 电源开关，并且要了解怎么样把水给关掉哦。所以 switch 就是电器开关。举例来说 I can't find the power switch.Or I pressed the switch on the wall and the door opened.
Sounds like a Misha Tautor.
对，哦，对对对对。And they were talking about electricity, right?
Electricity. We've already seen the word electrical. Here's electricity. It's a noun and it's basically energy. The kind of energy that's created in lightning strikes. Electricity is used to power many things like computers, TVs, lights, etc., etc. We can create electricity in many different ways, by burning coal or gas, using moving water like rivers, or even by collecting lightning from the sky.
Wow.
Here's an example sentence with electricity. After the storm, our house had no electricity for over 4 days.
No, imagine like during summer, no aircon.
That would be terrible.
Electricity 就是电或是电力，那它是个名词。那其实在先前我们有提到 electrical outlets， 对不对？ Electrical 就是它的形容词，就是用电的啦，或是跟电有关的啦。那 electricity 我每次都想到就是电费，就是 electricity bills， 就是你要记得去缴。And here's another example sentence.In an emergency, the hospital can be powered by electricity from a generator. Super smart. 那 shut something off 就是指关闭或是使什么停止运转。And I think they also mentioned something about painting. 就是需不需要粉刷？ Do you think they need painting?
Well, let's see the quality of the apartment. Maybe it already looks good. Layla says, I don't think so. The previous owner painted not long ago, and I like the colors. Also, we don't have much time to paint before we move in.
I know, that's actually even more work. You gotta unpack and clean up and stuff like that.
Well, that's pretty good. Apparently, it already looks good.
Yeah, so Layla 她说，我不觉得需要粉刷。她说，之前的屋主不久前其实才好像粉刷过，而且我还蛮喜欢这些颜色哦。那我们搬进去之前，可能没有那么多时间可以粉刷。I know, you gotta make good use of your time.
Yeah, that's going to save them a lot of money and a lot of time. Very good. Well, Steve says, right, let's clean up and check everything then.
Yeah, I love cleaning up. I'm with you there, Steve. 他说也是，那我们就来打扫并且检查一切的一切吧。
Oh, good. Looks like they're ready
very
to
efficient,
move. Very
yeah.
efficient. They know what they want and what they need and what they don't need as well. So Steve and Layla are going to move house into a new place and hopefully enjoy their time there.
Nice.
Moving house can be a painful experience, but if you work together and plan well, then it can go pretty smoothly.
I know.
Well, that's all we have for our 2-day article about moving house. Hopefully that's something that you guys won't have to worry about for at least a few years. But
Maybe when they go to college, they can go to a dorm or something like that.
yeah, when you go to college, you might live in a dorm or a shared apartment, and you can think about these things too. You're going to have to pack lightly though, because your dorm might not be the biggest place in the world.
Smart idea.
Well, for now, let's go to our For You Chat question to wrap things up.
For You Chat.
And here's our For You Chat question, Reese. What other things might you do in the new house before moving in?
Well, I think other than cleaning and painting and preparing everything...
You're gonna do some shopping, buy stuff?
Yeah, I'm going straight to IKEA and I'm buying...
Oh, I love shopping at IKEA.
I'm going to buy some cool chairs and sofas and cupboards.
I know,
and
right?
buy some plates and stuff. You know, maybe I don't need to buy everything because I'll bring some stuff from my old place.
That's right.
And then...
some useful, cool stuff.
Exactly. You know, IKEA has some cheap, nice-looking stuff.
Exactly.
And then, after I've moved in, the most important thing to do, housewarming party.
Oh, 我以为你要打游戏。
Yeah, housewarming party
Yes.
is when you invite your friends over to your new house so that they can see and you can have dinner, have some drinks, and
真的
have some fun.
我很喜欢就是人家搬新家的时候 and then you could actually, you know, maybe bring a plate or, you know, actually, and you get to meet a lot of people.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll give you housewarming gifts too to help
Oh,
you
that's right.
settle into your
Maybe
new...
like plates or something like that.
You guys can think about this question too. What other things should be on your list of things to do before you move place? That's all we have for now, but we'll see you next time. From Laura and I, goodbye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in my room, so it's always a mess. Dirt. Amy was angry because her son came home from school covered in dirt. Remind. David sets an alarm on his phone to remind him to take his medicine. Lock. Tina got stuck outside her house, so she had to call someone to open the lock for her. Switch. James had to replace the light switch because when he pressed it, the lights wouldn't turn on. Electricity. It seems that our electricity has been cut off because the lights don't work in any room.
字汇小补帖
Outlet. Outlet.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作。活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net